I remember spending 3 agonizing hours scrubbing grout with a toothbrush after my dog's muddy paw disaster. My back was ruined. Desperate, I bought a highly rated Steam Mop, only to find it just pushed dirty water around, leaving ugly streaks everywhere. The market is absolutely flooded with cheap gimmicks and confusing specs, making it impossible to choose the right one. But you don't have to guess. I've tested them all, and today, I'm counting down the top 7 Steam Mops for tile floors. Stay tuned, because my number 1 pick completely transformed how I clean my floors forever. 7. PurSteam 10-in-1 Steam Mop. When I first pulled this out of the box, the immediate appeal was obvious. Who wouldn't want a single, versatile tool that promises to handle everything from wrinkled shirts to grimy floors? I was genuinely excited to test its detachable handheld unit and sort through the 10 different accessories that came bundled in the package. The body of the mop is surprisingly lightweight, which gave me high hopes that it would be a breeze to push around the house without tiring out my arms. Putting it to work on my kitchen tile, I timed the heat-up process. It gets ready in about 30 seconds, which is standard and convenient when you're in a rush. The water reservoir holds around 340 milliliters, which seems like a decent capacity at first glance. However, as I began to mop, I noticed almost immediately that the actual steam output, even when cranked to the highest setting, felt incredibly underwhelming. For deep cleaning textured tile floors where grime loves to hide in the microscopic grooves, it just didn't pack the necessary punch to lift the dirt effortlessly. The real letdown during my testing process was the overall build quality of the machine. While trying to aggressively push it across a particularly sticky spot on my dining room floor, the plastic handle felt somewhat flimsy in my hands. It flexed in a way that made me worry it might snap if I applied too much elbow grease to a stubborn, dried-on juice stain. Furthermore, the numerous attachments didn't seem to lock into place as securely as I would have liked, causing hot steam to escape at the connection seams and reducing the pressure of the nozzle. 6. Bissell Power Steamer Heavy Duty 3-in-1 Steam Mop. This unit markets itself as a rugged garage-to-indoor powerhouse, seemingly designed to bring commercial-style cleaning down to a residential level. Eager to see what it could do, I took this machine straight into my mudroom. I was hoping the heavy-duty label meant it could effortlessly blast through the absolute worst winter salt tracks and hardened mud stains on my ceramic floor tiles, a task that normally takes me an hour on my hands and knees. The 3-in-1 functionality here allows you to use the machine as a traditional upright mop, an extended reach surface cleaner, and a portable handheld steamer. I will give it credit where credit is due. It delivers a substantially more powerful blast of steam compared to the PurSteam model. The inclusion of heavy-duty nylon and brass bristle brushes is a fantastic idea in theory, especially when you're trying to attack deeply discolored and dirty grout lines that haven't seen the light of day in years. But here is exactly where the frustration set in during my extensive testing. The unit is incredibly heavy, bulky, and generally cumbersome to maneuver. Pushing this beast around a large tiled area felt less like cleaning and more like a grueling upper body workout at the gym. Worse still, the placement of the power cord is awkwardly designed, meaning I was constantly tripping over it or awkwardly holding it out of the way while trying to reach corners. Additionally, the steam trigger mechanism required an absolute death grip to keep engaged, leaving my hand cramped and aching after just 15 minutes. 5. Klik and Flip Steam Mop. Right off the bat, I noticed that this mop miraculously solved one of my biggest historical pet peeves with steam cleaning: dealing with filthy, scalding hot cleaning pads. The proprietary Klik and Flip technology allows you to completely attach and release the dirty cleaning pad totally hands-free, which I found to be an absolute game changer when moving from the messy bathroom directly to the kitchen. When I fired this up and tested on my bathroom floor, I was highly impressed by how the steam channeled evenly throughout the entire width of the mop head. Instead of just creating a singular hotspot right in the center like cheaper models, the entire pad gets uniformly piping hot. This provides a wonderfully consistent clean across wide tile surfaces. The Steam Blaster feature is also deeply satisfying to use. You just flip the mop head over, tilt the handle back slightly, and it shoots a concentrated, targeted blast of superheated steam directly onto stubborn, crusted messes. The double-sided dirt grip pads that come with this unit are remarkably thick and highly absorbent. I was amazed to find that I could clean my entire master bathroom and more than half of my kitchen before I needed to even think about switching pads. All I had to do was simply flip the head over to utilize the completely clean side and keep going. The mop glides incredibly smoothly over both glossy, smooth tiles and slightly textured slate without leaving any of those annoying, streaky watermarks behind. While this model lacks a detachable handheld unit or a massive array of specialized attachments for above-floor cleaning, it does exactly what it was designed to do, and it executes it exceptionally well. 4. Black & Decker 5-in-1 Steam Mop with Superheated Steam. What initially caught my eye about this specific model was its bold promise of delivering true superheated steam, which is exactly the metric you need to effectively sanitize tile floors and kill up to 99.9% of household germs without relying on harsh chemicals. I decided to put this machine to the ultimate test in my front entryway, an area notorious for high foot traffic, muddy shoes, and invisible bacteria tracked in from the outdoors. The integrated auto-select technology is one of the most intuitive features I've ever tested on a mop. You simply turn a dial on the handle to select the specific floor type you are cleaning, in this case, tile and stone, and the mop automatically adjusts the exact amount of steam it needs to produce. This completely took all the stressful guesswork out of the process, ensuring I wasn't accidentally soaking my floors in puddles or conversely, barely getting them clean. Furthermore, the steam generation is incredibly rapid, heating up and ready to go in roughly 20 seconds. Living up to its 5-in-1 title, this mop transitions beautifully into a highly capable handheld steamer. Unlike some earlier models I tested where taking it apart felt like a wrestling match, detaching the central unit here is smooth, fast, and effortless. I attached the specialized Grout brush, and the superheated steam literally blasted years of dark discoloration out of my entryway grout lines in mere seconds. The floor unit's swivel steering also made it an absolute breeze to weave smoothly around heavy furniture legs and slide effortlessly under low baseboards. 3. Shark S1000 Steam Mop. Over my years of reviewing home cleaning tech, I've learned that sometimes pure simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. The S1000 proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that you do not need a massive, confusing dashboard of buttons and dials to achieve a truly flawless clean on your tile floors. I explicitly wanted to test a lightweight, incredibly straightforward option for everyday household messes, and this model absolutely knocked that task right out of the park. Weighing in at just under 5 pounds, pushing the S1000 across my sprawling kitchen tile felt practically as effortless as pushing a dry broom. The mechanics require you to pump the handle slightly downward to generate the steam, which I initially assumed would become a tedious annoyance. However, I quickly realized it actually gives you fantastic on-demand control over your steam output. If I hit a sticky, dried syrup spill from breakfast, a few quick pumps gave me the exact, powerful burst of heat I needed to dissolve it instantly without overwetting the surrounding area. The water tank on this model is generously sized for such a small unit, and, thankfully, it is completely removable. This makes filling it up right at the kitchen sink incredibly easy and completely avoids the awkward, messy juggle of bringing a pitcher of water over to the mop itself. The specialized microfiber pads that come included are uniquely textured. They are aggressive enough to effectively scrub away stubborn dirt, yet soft enough to glide effortlessly over delicate ceramic and porcelain tiles without scratching. 2. Bissell PowerFresh Slim 3-in-1 Steam Mop. If you have a home with extensive tiling, meaning you have tiles not just on the floors, but extending up onto the bathroom walls and deep into the showers. This machine is an absolute powerhouse. The exceptionally slim design immediately struck me as modern, sleek, and highly functional, and I couldn't wait to put it through a grueling test on my heavily used walk-in shower walls. The structural versatility here is virtually flawless in its execution. It seamlessly transitions from a traditional upright floor steam mop to an extended reach surface cleaner, and finally down to a compact handheld steamer. By utilizing the long extension wand, I was easily able to steam clean the tiled walls of my master shower all the way up to the ceiling without ever needing to balance dangerously on a step stool. The swivel steering on a main floor mop head is also incredibly fluid, allowing me to dodge around toilets and bathroom vanities with absolute, effortless precision. The machine gives you total, uncompromising control over the steam intensity via a very responsive on-demand trigger, allowing you to perfectly tailor the heat output to whatever mess you're facing. It also features a brilliantly designed built-in toolkit right on the handle itself. This means you never have to pause your cleaning to go searching through drawers for your grout brush, angle concentrator, or flat scraper tool. Every single accessory you need is right at your fingertips while you clean. The steam produced by this Bissell is fiercely hot, easily melting away stubborn soap scum and chalky hard water deposits on tile that usually require harsh chemical sprays and endless, exhausting scrubbing to remove. 1. Bissell PowerFresh Deluxe 1806 Steam Mop. After testing so many different units, using this specific mop genuinely felt like stepping into the future of hard floor care. I set out to clean my entire downstairs layout, which features a challenging mix of highly textured slate and incredibly smooth porcelain tile, just to see if it truly deserved to wear the crown. It exceeded every single expectation. The absolute standout feature that elevates this mop leaps and bounds above everything else I tested is the integrated spot boost brush. On traditional mops, when you hit a dried, crusty stain, you have to awkwardly try and scrub it with the soft microfiber pad, which almost rarely works. With the PowerFresh Deluxe, you simply step on the back pedal, instantly detach the main mop head, and expose a tough, heavily bristled scrubbing brush that shoots steam directly into the mess. I used this on dried paint spots and ancient kitchen grease, and it utterly obliterated them in seconds. The continuous steam generation is completely flawless. You get two straightforward settings, high and low, and both provide a steady, relentless flow of superheated steam that never wavers in temperature. It easily cut through the invisible, sticky layers of everyday grime that slowly dull the appearance of tile over time, leaving my floors looking as shiny, vibrant, and pristine as the day they were first installed. It also comes with wonderful spring breeze scent discs that you can insert right into the mop pad, leaving your whole house smelling incredibly fresh without resorting to that harsh, headache-inducing chemical bleach odor. Ergonomically speaking, pushing this machine around the house is an absolute dream.